This is Hippocrates, father of medicine. Now, that's actually a lie. He's the father of natural medicine. Okay? He was a chiropractor and naturopath. He wasn't a medical doctor. He did some surgery, but there's some naturopaths in the States that do minor surgery. But the guy didn't prescribe drugs. He prescribed herbs, food, adjusting, lifestyle, sleep, surgery when absolutely necessary. He was a naturopath and chiropractor, not a medical doctor. Okay? Get knowledge of the spine, for it is the requisite of many diseases. Why? Because every organ is innervated by a nerve that comes from the spine. The spine is the superhighway between the body's organs and the brain. If your superhighway is bent, damaged, got potholes in it, it's not going to be good communication between the brain and the organs, is it? Now, this is a very complicated slide. That's my job to know everything on that. All you need to know is that there's the red wires, which may be hard to see in this light, and there's blue wires. Okay, the blue wires are from the pelvis and from the top of the neck. The red wires are from the thoracic spine, the mid-back, and a little bit down in the low back. So that's the middle bit. The red wires, those are your flight or flight system. The blue wires is your rest and digest system. This is the adrenal gland. You'll notice there is no blue wire to the adrenal gland. It's the only organ that doesn't have one. It's all a stress response to the adrenal gland. So if your spine is misaligned and you hyperstimulate that adrenal gland, particularly T10 and T11, which is the nerve that goes to the adrenal gland, your adrenals are going to be overfiring. Also, if your spine is misaligned in any other area, you're going to send stress signals up to the brain from the misalignment. Just take your finger and rotate it 5 degrees, and it's going to start aching in 10 minutes easily. Imagine that now that's your spine that's misaligned from old injuries, sitting too long, horse accidents, other accidents, whatever. You may not feel pain, but the signal of stress is still being sent up to the brain, creating a physiology of stress. In fact, before chiropractors were pigeonholed into low back and neck pain in the 80s by the insurance agencies, people went to chiropractors for their immunity, their digestion, their mood, and their pain because of this. Even if they didn't understand the neurology, this is what was happening. You correct the spine, you release stress inside the whole central nervous system, everything gets better. Pain fires the adrenal glands. So this is why I strongly recommend if people are in physical pain, they get treated. It's not just to be out of pain, but because it's going to help you hormonally. And also, it's going to help stop making you take medication. Like I said in the beginning of this talk, my mother, medical doctor, I predicted she would end up in the hospital with this potentially lethal stomach bleed from all the painkillers she was taking. 5 years before it happened. 2 pints of blood lost later, she almost died. So I take pain very seriously because that's my mother I'm talking about. So please take pain seriously. Now, the way that I adjust in the clinic is I use an activator, which is this little clicky thing that's very easy on the patients and very easy on me. And I do the gentle style adjusting. I know over 3 dozen styles of adjusting, but this is the main one that I do because it's just simply the easiest on everyone. And it's not stressful. There's no hard... Look, and there is a place for the hard, rack'em, sock'em chiropractic. And my mentor, no, seriously, there is. My mentor, 6-foot-something Sicilian, grew up on the streets of Brooklyn, New York. He likes a good adjustment, You give him a little clicky thing, he's just going to slap it out of your hand, get off the table, and walk away. You know what I'm saying? It's like you need to adapt your technique to the patient. You don't force your patient into your little technique box. Okay? So that's why my mentor said, learn... I can't do a Sicilian accent, it'll destroy my throat. He said, but it sounds great when you do it. He says, learn a broad spectrum. Forget about it. He's petting his cat. You need to learn, You need to learn a lot of different techniques. So you could handle whatever. Okay, posture is very, very important. Super, super important. Okay, triggers pain, affects the spine. There's a video on my website, how to improve your posture. It's called Wall Angels. Very simple exercise. Go. We can't do it here because we got flaps, not walls.